one they called a Juggernaut was considered indestructible coming into the fight. A relentless work rate with an iron chin. Not even the biggest of punchers that he faced were able to rattle him. Undefeated with 15 fights along with 14 KOs, Joyce was the human Terminator. Zheng was the dark horse of the division. He represented China in the Olympics and did not turn pro until 31. Coming into the fight, he was now 39, way past his physical prime. His previous fights against big-name contenders in Horgovic was considered by many a robbery. The matchup was pressure brawler in Joyce versus the southpaw sniper in Zheng. Looking back in hindsight, this was a terrible matchup for Joyce for a few reasons. Being a swarmer, Joyce had to get into rhythm. He mainly worked behind his jab. Being that this was an orthodox versus southpaw matchup, the jab is considered one of the harder punches to land due to the angles. For the jab to land effectively, Joyce would have to take the inside angle, which in this case worked against him because it would line him up against a straight cross from Zheng. Many experts considered the two most important punches in this matchup the lead hook and straight cross. These two punches strike from an angle that are difficult for the opponents to defend, as they are targeted at their opponent's weak side.
Here, Fletch has Joyce, a little bit static, he keeps getting caught as well, which is something to keep an eye on from that left hand of Chile. 20 stone Chile Zheng, he looks pretty commentary. Ismail Salas was telling Joyce he's asleep in there, Steve. Absolutely right, I thought Joe was a particularly slow start for Joe.
Joyce was an easy target to find, as his entire style was based on walking the opponent down. Being the sniper that Zheng was, he would let Joyce open up with his jab, and then catch him coming in.
He's made a good start, very dangerous for Zheng, but a goal! What a big shot from Zheng! Joyce in trouble! Joyce in a...
Once Zheng found his range, it was target practice from this point on.
Fletch, straight shot right down the middle, those legs of Joyce. Joyce shaken up, Joyce hurt.
Joyce fought hard to get into close range. The issue was, once he was there, he didn't angle out or tuck his head off the line properly, which made him an easier target for the left cross.
Legs in a ring, but we've seen that in the second round. And that's in it was, absolutely get that straight. The right hook and the left, Joe with a problem. Joe's right eye's up, maybe his nose was broken, his nose is bleeding, it's quite...
In the third round, Joyce found some success, as he was able to string together some punches. Joyce was never the biggest puncher, as he more so wore his opponents down from accumulated punishment. Zheng kept a tight high guard to allow Joyce on the inside. This is where the catching counters came into play. The second Zheng felt the punch touch his guard, he would immediately return fire with the counter, as he knew Joyce would be standing directly in front of him.
He's coming home to roost here. Joyce is too ruffled by things at the moment. There's that left again, Richie. Left, so, you know, things are going his way, and he looks the more. Just comes out with his hands, maybe a little bit low, but gets caught again. Fletch with that.
Timing, as they say, is everything. Joyce had to establish his jab in order to string together his power punches. Zheng took full advantage as he timed the jab. Each time Joyce would pump the jab, Zheng would immediately fire his left cross simultaneously with his head off the line. The lack of head movement from Joyce just made him a sitting target.
Big in there. Right. Shots here and again. Zheng knows he's in the last chance saloon in many ways, and he's fighting that way. Better shots again from down to me, but we didn't quite expect such a stat.
In Joyce's case, his offense was his defense up until this point. He'd walk through hell and bring the fire to his opponents until they submitted from the onslaught of punches. This is a key example of poor development, as Joyce showed to have no understanding of basic defense, poor head movement, failure to parry even one punch. At times, Joyce looked like he didn't even know how to close his guard properly to even block a straight cross. Zheng was a big and crafty southpaw. He was able to stand his ground and plant his feet for power. He didn't even have to set up any punches. On top of that, he didn't need to throw that many punches. The target was in front of him all night. All he had to do was be patient, wait for the openings, and slide the straight cross down the pipe.
That's the big question here. And again, he's getting caught left, right, and centre with that left hand. Oh, and Foster looks at Zheng. Incredible. What an incredible performance that is from Zheng. Right from the word go, the opening bell, he's catching.